Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3, where last time we went to the Temple of Umberlee and learned of a drowned priestess that we wanted to investigate the drowning of, which led us down under the warehouse over here, which led us to some underwater facility, where there's a submersible that took us to the Iron Throne. But then Gortash called us, was like, hey, you go here, I'll kill everybody there. So we're like, okay. And we went back, so. Unfortunately, no Iron Throne for us yet. Not until we deal with Gortash, maybe. So now we have, oh yeah, we also were told about a dragon underneath the city that we need to go unleash on the Absolute. But we've got Halsin with us now. We removed Astarion. We're gonna go explore this section of the city up here. Alright, I believe this is Baldur. Alright, what is this place?
There is an admirable harmony to the Society of Brilliance. Beings of all sorts, united in the pursuit of intellect. Small enough even for street punks like you.
Okay.
Hailing from the Underdark can dampen one's sense of fun, I will admit. Down there, noises such as laughter tend to attract predators.
The Lodge, meeting house of the Society of Brilliance.
Okay. Get a mailbox here. Peer review. We are pleased to inform you that your thesis on the study of the representation of deep gnomes in mid-century drow literature has been approved for publication pending the below changes. The Society of Brilliance. 36 pages of annotations follow. That's a lot of annotations. I don't know what you think gives you the right to set up a shop in our fine city of but Baldur's Gate doesn't want you here. Go back to the Underdark or the Absolute or whatever or wherever it is you come from and stop bringing your Mind Flayer nonsense into our city. Is this the Mind Flayer that helped us out before?
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
That's who we belong to, right? Alright.
I'll admit it. I'm jealous of Blur's tongue.
Hafgalog's notes. All of my hypotheses are just that. Theories and no more. Unless I can test them under controlled conditions. I need a viable Githyanki egg. I must acquire one somehow. Or Hafgalog is not a serious researcher, just a mere intellectual dilettante. Well, we have one. You're in luck. I think it might be in our chest, but...
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Sounds great.
Well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. I don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly.
Yeah, probably not, man.
I want to have
Hello.
A surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you?
I met an expeditioner claiming to work for you. She sought a Githyanki egg. Oh, we kept that egg, right? It was these guys that were wanting it, though.
Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. Once the dust is settled on this whole invading army mess outside the walls, I'll find another contractor. Perhaps they will have more success. Was there anything else? I should really get back to my research.
Nothing else?
Feel free to explore the lodge. Our knowledge is here for the common good, after all.
I'm guessing I can bring the egg to him. I think it's in my chest. I imagine if I had it, we would have gotten some sort of, option to hand it over.
Why can't a man be passionate about mineral ores?
You can be. Delverdin.
So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to invent new, easier ways to find such ores. From plenty comes peace.
He's not wrong. War is usually caused by something being missing. Something scarce.
Why can't a man be passionate about mineral ores?
Blurg!
My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it been?
Few days.
Glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else.
Where's the mind flayer? I thought you were conducting research in the Underdark. I've become quite an expert on my tadpole since we last met. Have you anything to trade? Where's the mind flayer?
In the field seeking further subjects for study, though it has been gone for longer than I anticipated. After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omeloum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours. But I have heard nothing since.
Uh-oh.
I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress.
That's not good. Right? Like, if he got anywhere near the Elder Brain, he's gone. I'll track him down. Where was he headed? Perhaps they prefer to work alone, given its connection to the subject matter. Have you anything to trade? Where was it headed?
Omeloum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls, and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute. I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize myself. It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omeloum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path.
Give him the stare. Head out now, see if I can pick up on his trail. Have you anything to trade?
Naturally, the Underdark provided us with some most unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy.
Alright, anything actually good? No. Doesn't look like it. Okay, do I have anything to give you? Guess I don't need this sword anymore. As much as it pains me to get rid of it. Okay. You have anything? No.
What's cooking?
You can have that. All of those. Idle Saloon. How long have you had that for? I feel like we've had that forever. Guess you don't need these, huh? Twist of Fortune. Yeah, take it. There we go. Okay.
Research on the surface stops.
Professor Limeleech. Limeleech.
Once I publish my paper proving that it's just hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
Careful. Fame is a trap. Except for Rook. It's great for Rook. He's the only one that should be famous. Note of thanks. What is that? Oh, that's not a book. It's dialogue down below. To our esteemed colleague of the Society, your invitation to present our work at the Lodge was gratefully received. A full response will be forthcoming once I have had the opportunity to consult with my colleague, Omeluum. In the meantime, please consider this note a tentative acceptance. With thanks for your interest, I look forward to speaking in person soon. Kind regards, Blurg. Okay. Back down we go. Okay, so that's the foundry there. Does the city keep going? Oh my goodness. I think it might. Alright, well let's go up here. What's this building? Elarithan residence?
Oi! Stop a moment. Right. You look harmless enough. The commander keeps an open house, so you may pass.
Who's the commander? Thank you, noble sentinel.
I'm not a centipede. I'm a guard.
You're also deaf. I did not say centipede. Okay, that one's marked. Good. So this is a commander's house? Harper's report. No leads. Hi, Harper. I'm sorry to report that we've had no leads on the boys' parents. If they were indeed among the first taken by the cult, then their trail has long gone cold. It's a grim thought, but perhaps they were deemed unworthy of ascending, and sent to serve the cult's purpose in some other way. Hope he's settling in there. It may well be he has nowhere else to go. Is this, the guy that we saved? This seems like it's, something for Jaheira, so let's go pick her up. Just for this house, really, which is a little frustrating, but it is what it is.
Oakfather preserve you. Wherever you need me, I'll be right here in camp.
Any moment now. There we go.
Yes?
Join me.
As you
There we go, and she needs to level up. Should just be the one level, I think. Yep, level 12. Get a new feat. New prepared spells. Sunbeam wouldn't be bad to have, you know? Let's grab Sunbeam for you. Yeah. And then for this, alert. Alert, alert. Alright, let's go on out again. Gotta remember that Halsin has the feast, right? The heroic feast. Got to eat that when we get him back.
This neighborhood isn't what it used to be.
What do you mean? What else is down?
Alright. Hello, Jord. Jaheira's study door. Yep.
What a surprise. Ah,
Mahler's mark, an ambush.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home.
Okay, so are these guys evil? Because all the Harpers were, like, taken over besides the one guy, right? I'm gonna stay out of it.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7.
This really isn't any of my business. What did she say? Met gorgeous hero out in Shadowlands. Is Shadowlands one word or 2? Only 7? That's cold, Jaheira. It really isn't any of my business, yeah.
Now there is a phrase Jaheira has never uttered. But no. The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult. Which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed?
Real quick, are these actually her children or are these Harpers? I'm struggling to know. Not in this lifetime. The cult is powerful. It's not going to be an easy fight. You should really just listen to your mother. So it... Okay. I only wondered... The reason why I was, like... skeptical that this was their mother... was because didn't Nine Fingers call her mom too? Or grandma? Or something like that? Maybe grandma was just like an insult, but... The cult is powerful.
So fight. That's what all you heroes and harpers are for, isn't it?
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old after all.
So old! Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
Gotta say, Jaheira, your family's, or at least your daughter's, kind of a jerk. Okay, so I don't... Is this your son too? Did you bang an orc as well? No judgment, but...
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Oh my goodness. Jaheira, your family, ugh. Grow up, kids. Absolutely no comment. I found her to be firm but fair. That sounds right, somehow. So you're all Jaheira's wards. Okay, so they're not blood children, right? They're adopted orphans off the street. Okay. Or at least this one is. So you're all Jaheira's wards.
Wards, family, lifelong irritants. Use whichever term you wish.
We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Holy crap, Jaheira.
Nature's law in action.
No, that's a little... That's a little much. Like, yeah, he was an asshole, but you don't do what that's implying. Okay. Who else is in here? We got this girl over here.
Something. A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court?
Court? Like a court of law? I'm not, but it's a pleasure to meet you. One of such evident breeding as I, of House Fluffington, needs no formal announcement. Eh? Sure, let's play along.
Sir Fluffington, an honor to host you in my manor.
Jessamine discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryon curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
Huh. I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
They could be very well educated, but as a history teacher, kids do not know what tyrants are. At least not where I'm from. Okay. Let's talk to you guys. You got Fig out here.
Threw a bloody boulder at you. That's out of line.
Commander!
To be fair,
Spare me your salutes, guardswoman. You let us slip right past you.
Did not, Commander. Smelled you coming. Your friend, too. Druidy smell.
Such keen senses. I suppose you're up to keep guarding them all while I'm away.
Can I have a real sword?
No.
Fine.
you alright? Rion?
Who may venture where he pleases. It is you who must.
No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
Huh. Back to himself. For better or worse.
Good. I owe him a kicking for showing Fig how to throw hatchets. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
I'm a bit confused again with Minsk. So she's obviously an elf, I think. So she could be living... She could have been alive long enough to have known Minsk before he's turned to stone. But Fig's the little girl right behind us, right? I think she was a human. I don't remember looking at her ears, though. Even if she wasn't human, Minsk would have had to be turned to stone at some point relatively soon, like at least a decade after 2 is over, considering he hasn't aged at all. That I can tell. So, when did he turn to stone? And how long has he not been stoned? But when he was unstoned, he became the Stone Lord. So he wouldn't be here anyway. I'm really lost with that whole thing. There are refugees outside the wall. They'll need protection. Healers. This place could serve as a hospital. Ignore Jaheira. If it comes to it, pick up your sword. Prayer? I mean, I guess it could serve as a hospital, but the refugees need protection.
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right.
What does that
Leave
look?
them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers on our trail. One even went so far as to steal my face.
Huh. All right then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
Aw. That's sweet. How sweet. Alright, so everything's for us now. We get it all. I don't know if there's anything worth having in here, but... Alright, here's one bedroom. Very nice, very nice. Sleeps two. I'm counting the beds, making sure they have enough beds in here. Don't disappoint me, game. Who are you, Tate? Jasim's journal? Who's Jasim?
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief. Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like,
She tried to kill me, for one. I fought alongside a warrior angel. We broke the curse that had gripped Moonrise Tower for centuries. For a century. I faced the god of death and won. Bloodshed, death, more of the same. Shrug. What would he like to hear most? Fought alongside a warrior angel.
No, cub. He does not mean me. Now, cub. Solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here.
Where'd you pull that out of?
Keeping this safe.
I don't want that. Ew.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
This Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
Really? I have to figure it out myself. Who's Jasim? A stunningly rendered doodle of a young elven girl sitting on a throne. Faint eraser marks indicate that her crown got more jeweled and elaborate with every iteration. Queen Jasim the First of Tethir, ruling over the lands of... Look up Tethir. Well, I'm just gonna say, Jaheira. Hold on. You have just enough beds for everybody but yourself, it looks like. Although maybe she has got a bed in her study. Alright, let's go down. See if we can't figure out this Harper pen.
Don't tell Mother.
Don't tell Mother what? Jaheira's study. Look, a pen slot. That was easy. Well, this place is cool. Wait, wasn't there something on the carpet over here we forgot? Yeah, a loose plank.
Oh, come on, Ferdinand. I just trimmed you.
Unsent... What is it? Unsent sending. A short note marked up as a professional sending. A magical message up to 25 words intended to find the recipient, wherever they might be. This copy was never given over to a cleric for delivery. No, I don't know what to do. Someone will come back and tell me, or I'll come find you. Death will not protect you, idiot.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
So that was their response to Jaheira's sending. Gotcha. Alright, what do we got in here? Decoded field report. A meandering letter from a traveler to her family back home. The main text is marred with scratches and corrections. A code, translated in a firm hand, down below. Hi, Harper. Movement in the Shadowlands confirmed. Absolute cultists pass where the shadows are deepest. No clue as to how, and no means to follow. Lights spied in Moonrise Towers from afar, and great movement of forces through the dark. They are gathering an army. Bring more Harpers. Bring means of making light, quickly. Okay, we got final warning. A missive printed beneath the burning emblem of the flaming fist. Deep quill slashes indicate a certain level of irritation on the part of the writer. Residents of Elerethan House. I will remind you, once again, that the guardianship of the lower city falls exclusively to the Flaming Fist, with additional support from the new Steel Watch. We do not require the assistance of any private citizens in the settling of street disputes, no matter how extreme those citizens deem the Watch's response to be. Jord. We've been happy to overlook your mother's association with a certain illegal organization due to your family's service to the city. Do not make us regret it. Rion. If you're so keen to bust a few skulls, then you are welcome to re-enlist. Signed, Man Up Regis, Bloom Ridge Garrison.
Don't tell Mother.
A faded cutting from the city curricular. Baldur's Mouth. Beloved Ranger Bewitched. Citizens of the city were stunned to find a local landmark absent when the sun rose over the wide this morning. The Beloved Ranger, a statue dedicated to a hero of the city, was removed from its perch overnight, with reports of a struggle and sounds of battle during the dark hours. The City Watch had no comments to add, but the market square told a clear tale of smashed cobblestones, scorched tiling, and blood-speckled stalls. Whatever force wrested the ranger from his perch, he did not go quietly. So that's Minsk. Okay. Disappearances in the city. It's a long list. Hi, Harper. It seems our last reports were over hasty. Our investigations into the recent spate of disappearances across the city have led to the reemergence of the subjects in almost every case. We are chasing down those last few and following up the rumors of strange shadows in the sky at night. Perhaps we can hope it's just a case of some overactive imaginations. Beneath the report, notes in another hand take over. No coincidences. Absences connected. And why return now? So that's the, True Souls. Jaheira. I will of course be happy to look in on the children in your absence. Though I'd remind you that Rion and Jord are now twice my height and all too happy to remind me. Whatever business you're off on, take care. If the children take into their heads to go harrowing off to help, I won't be able to stop them. Nor will I try to. Theodore. Alright. Pen slot. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Jaheira's hidden entrance, or hideout entrance. What you got hidden down here? Jaheira's basement. I guess when you live for this long, you can have a basement like this.
You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there.
No, I trust you.
Shake off the dust. Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, better to stick close, eh?
Man, look at this place. Alright.
The only patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
Smile that ends
Is that
as
a
bad as it could have.
Postmaster Badger?
With haste.
Animal? Do I have any more? No. But you can speak to animals, right?
What must be done?
Sir, yes, sir.
Hello, messenger rat.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnomes in the sea.
Gnomes in the sea.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey. Smell of arse, too. But boss doesn't care about that.
So that's Auntie Ethel.
There's been killings in a holy place. Stinks of incense and blood.
Okay.
Archdruid, it's good to have you home. The new informants are coming along.
He's adorable.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it. Best be on my way.
What do we got in here? A heavy chest.
Something good here, I hope.
This will be fun.
Okay, she's got a trap. She wasn't gonna tell me about it though, was she? Burlap sack. The Bowspawn Saga Part 2. A popular novel, thin and cheaply made, dramatizing the adventures of the Bowspawn in Athkatla after the defeat of Saravak on Kev. Early chapters have been defaced, and some even torn out. That's really sad. I'm guessing that's because of... Oh, I hope I don't get his name wrong. Khalid? Something like that. That was her husband, right? Yeah. Oh, that was such a sad moment in the second game. Ah. I hope there's something, like, even more about him in here. Go ahead and disarm this loose plate here. Jahira, you can help me out a bit here. Don't you have, like, the key for it or something? Oh, well, there's the key. Is that the key to this thing?
Key nigh. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me.
I also hide all my worthless things behind a secret door. I'm sorry, Jahira, I didn't mean to pry. If it matters to you, it matters to me. Just like an old dragon to hoard the best of her stash. If it matters to you, it matters to me.
On my word, all you will find inside is dust. And the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman.
You're making me want to see it even more.
Perhaps I make too much of this. How can I beg privacy when I was not half so trusting on our first meeting? Pass then. Go on. See what it is a foolish old Harper thinks worth hiding away.
Is this gonna make me all emotional? Oh, wow, it really is all dusty, huh? Okay. Rite of the Timeless Body. A confused spread of cryptic symbols cobbled together by the same hand, seemingly over years. Neat notations impose order on the chaotic sketches, describing some manner of druidic ritual. Its purpose unclear, and its practice incomplete.
Rite of the Timeless Body. What's that about? I'd best ask Jahira.
Okay.
Yes?
I found a strange scroll in your sanctuary. Something about a timeless body?
The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging. extend their life well beyond its natural reach. In greener days, I might have been strong enough to do it. I might be yet, with the right preparations.
So you plan to do it? That's amazing, Jaheira. What can I do to help? And anyone can use this scroll? Ah, I understand. I don't want to stay young and pretty too. So you plan to do it?
I make no plans. Only contingencies. Do not look at me like that. I have been content to see the span of my natural years. A privilege far too few in this world can claim. I do not speak of clinging to life for its own sake. I just look back on that life's work and I wonder, is it done? The dead tree plague the world still. The city still falls prey to small minds like Gortash or lost souls like Orin. It is every Harper's hope to be a light that drives out darkness. But I've lived long enough to see so many of those lights burn out, while the shadows cling stubbornly on. Knowing that, isn't it our duty to burn on if we can? To fight for as long as we are able?
Would you live on at any cost? It's only natural to want more life. A little too philosophical for me. Get over yourself, Harper. No one person can fix the world. It's only natural to want more life.
Of course. It is our way. Just as it is Death's way to meet us along the path, gently oblivious to whatever it is we want. I spent most of my life fighting those who tried to escape their end. Gatherick, Irenicus, Sarevok. That is not company I would like to keep. In truth, I had put this ritual from my mind. Until last light. Trapped in that darkness. I turned to my research again. What if I was a little stronger? As fast as I once had been. Then you came. And made the question moot. But I kept this. Just in case, I told myself. A final resort. Perhaps you were not the savior you seemed. I had learned better than to think of life as some simple tale after all. There is no guarantee of happy endings, or true heroes. I believe that still. But when I look on all that we have achieved since, I wonder perhaps it is not heroes we need. Only people who are willing to try. I do not know what manner of story that makes. But I do know that without an ending, it would be no story at all. So I will accept mine. When and however it comes. As for this city story, well, that is entirely your problem now, Cub.
Man, that was rather deep. I'm honored you think of me that way. You're not off the hook that easily, Jaheira. I want you around for a long time yet. Enough of this cub stuff. My people live longer than yours, half-elf. Do they? Is she a half-elf? I guess she is. I thought she was a full elf. Huh. A pity. I could have used a young and powerful Jaheira. Don't get ahead of yourself. First, we have to survive the Absolute. Yeah, I'm gonna note number 2.
I have no plans to lie down and die. Well, perhaps a little lying down when all of this is done. But I do not plan on going anywhere just yet. And besides, you still have a tadpole in your skull. You are almost certainly going to die first.
Gee, thanks. Why don't you tell me about your family?
I have given you much reason to think that Harper's hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, we had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice?
You're right. That is extremely foolish. I understand. I think I would have done the same. Admit it. You were just afraid of Rion. Do you have so little faith in our chance of victory? Admit it. You were just afraid of Rion.
Of course I was. You met her, did you not? The girl had opinions before she had teeth. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Rion turn her ire on us both.
Rion. Okay. Leave. Alright, what do you got in the pouch here? Nothing. You got in the chest. Ooh. Baum. Proficiency, or perfectly balanced strikes. What does that do? Baum staking out with an adder's speed, with the very exemplar of swiftness embodied in steel. Neat. And that's a quarterstaff, this one. Staff of the Ram. Once per turn, the blow possibly knocks a foe back 2 meters and stuns them. This has no effect on dragons or huge creatures. Of course, that encumbers me. Should probably just give these both to Jaheira. They are hers, after all. And the scimitar is definitely for you. Hell yeah. Cool. What's in this trunk? Nothing. Very curious of what's in the display case. I'm so glad this is here. While wearing Khalid's gift, Jaheira cannot be cursed. A gift from Khalid. Is it Khalid or Khalid? For Jaheira. For a guy that I barely ever traveled with in the first game. I'm remarkably emotional seeing this. It's crazy. I didn't spend much time with Khalid at all, and in the first game I didn't spend much time with Jaheira. And considering those games didn't really like spend that much attention on like your companions, it's weird how much I think it's weird anyway, how much you, or at least I, feel a connection to those characters. Now you would think because there wasn't a lot of, you know, the companion style quests that we get now in games, but just having them in your party, leveling them up, fighting with them, yeah, it just, I don't know. Give this to Jaheira, or yeah, Jaheira. What? I can't give it to her?
A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me. Yes?
Can't ask about him, huh? Okay. Fair enough.
Call and I answer.
There you go.
What to do?
It's some strong stuff back here, Jaheira. I'm glad you let us back here. Okay. Let's go ahead and head on out of here. I love this place. This is so cool. It makes me want to be a druid in real life. If only, right? If only. I'm not gonna take any risks. I'm gonna lead the way with her again. Alright.
I've got a long road ahead. Should mind my step.
Shabby door. That was really cool. That was great to see. Alright. You guys have anything to say about her home?
So Jaheira is willing to embrace mortality, the ultimate form of retirement, and that's thanks to impressing her through your actions. Quite the compliment.
Don't know if I wouldn't mind her staying around forever. But I guess, you know, nothing lasts forever.
Just when I think I can't respect Jaheira anymore, she hits me with a grenade right to the heart.
Right?
I couldn't agree with her more. There's more to life than time. It isn't about how long you're here. It's about what you do with whatever time you've got. And Jaheira? Well, I don't think anyone spent their hours better than her.
So what do you think of your hero Jaheira's house? Your hero Jaheira's house?
I don't know what I was expecting. Something beyond real. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her.
Yeah.
Instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life.
That's really sad. Okay. Well, I'm curious to see what everybody else has to say about Jaheira. So we're gonna just stop by the camp real quick.
Coming along nicely.
I guess we want to switch her out for Halcyon too. Even though, even more so than before, I kind of want to keep her with me instead of Halcyon, but it'd be unfair not to take Halcyon with us ever. Oh, kind of wish.
Jaheira littering the streets in broad daylight. I swear, sometimes it is as if she does not care for this city at all.
That's all he had to say, huh?
Rest in my heart.
Jaheira's wisdom is plain to see. One of the greatest ways in which you can serve nature is to surrender your body back to it when the time comes. It may be some centuries before my flesh is ready to yield, but I hope I shall be bold enough to follow in her path when the day comes.
Me and you both, bro.
Who among us hasn't wondered what it would be like to live forever? But I think you've got the right idea. Better I live fully and meaningfully than to pine for an always and forever I could never achieve.
About the Legend of Ansur.
It's not just a legend. It's a history. Consider this. To Wormway 'neath prison's deepest level. That must mean Worm's rock prison. That's where we'll find the entrance to this Wormway. Then this. With the shock of a true hero's spark flickers, the torches are light, and Worm's eyes shall awake a glitter. To open the way, we'll need to spark torches. This dragon Ansur was Baldur's ally. We'd be fools to let him sleep while the dead Three's chosen raised the city.
Okay. You have anything to say about Jaheira? I doubt it, but
How good. Come for a chat?
no. I imagine that Asteria is not going to be too impressed by Jaheira.
A hero of legend, passing the figurative torch on to us. We'd best not disappoint her. The thought of a scolding from Jaheira's ghost is not one I particularly relish.
Jaheira has steel in her, I'll say that. It's not easy to walk away from immortality. Most people will have held on to that scroll for as long as they could bear to. And probably a century or two longer than that.
Huh. Easy for him to say. He is immortal, but, you know. Teach his own. Alright, let's remove Jaheira from the party for now. I'm sure we'll have her again at some point. But I do want to have Halsin with. We've not really given him much of a fair shake, I feel like.
Yes?
Although, didn't we have him in Astarion's quest? We didn't we? You know who we haven't had with us in a long time? Gale. We have not had Gale with us in a long time. Let's have Gale with us.
Ask it.
Oh. About that amulet I found in your house.
Oh dear. Should I brace myself for some fashion advice? But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. It was a gift from my husband Khalid.
Khalid.
He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing a sword, but to believe in the cause with the whole of your heart, a much trickier thing. He died. Alone. In pain. And far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband.
Recall what you know of Khalid. I will use all my inspirations on this to succeed. Come on. Yes!
The quiet, unassuming shadow to Jaheira's strength, Khalid was another warrior who helped end the Baalspawn crisis. Shortly after, he was murdered by the mad mage John Irenicus.
Tell me something about him no one else knows. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't bring up bad memories. Speak of something else. Tell me something about him.
Most harpers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was quiet to a fault. I've never known a warrior to go so far out of his way to avoid a fight, which meant the few he chose were usually the right ones. And when we were married, on an upturned cart in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much. I've never been sure if our vows actually counted.
All I'm hearing is that he was a weakling. Holy shit. That's what my old character would have said probably about him. You seem like an odd pairing. He sounds like he had true strength. I'm sorry. He sounds like he had true strength.
Oh, I'm sure time and an aging mind has smoothed out a few of his flaws. But he was a good man.
Yes, he was.
The songs make much of Khalid's meekness. A quiet little harper who had to keep a tight hold on his courage, but he had it when it counted. And more than that, he had compassion. When you live a harper's life, see all that a harper sees, that is by far the harder thing to hold on to. But a bard can tell you all the rest. As for all the things they cannot, well, I shall just have to keep those for myself.
We need to part ways for the moment.
You're sure?
Yep.
Late.
Alright, let's go grab Gale. Now I'm thinking about it, the reason why I wasn't going to take Gale is because I think the Steel Watchers are
Go ahead. I'm listening.
magic resistant, but
With pleasure.
who cares, right? Who wants to be efficient? He might have a couple levels. I mean, we took him to the Tabernacle, so maybe it's only one level. It is 2 levels he's got. Okay. So he's now got level 6 spells. 68 hit points. Alright, so we've got Arcane Gate. Create 2 linked teleportation portals. Chain Lightning. Circle of Death. Create Undead. Disintegrate. Eye Bite. Flesh to Stone. Globe of Invulnerability. Otoluk's Freezing Orb. Otto's Irresistible Dance. Sunbeam. Wall of Ice. That's it. We're gonna get Chain Lightning. And I think I kind of want Flesh to Stone. I think that's a fun spell. I don't know how useful it'll be, but I like it. Level 12. Alright. I think Sunbeam is a useful spell for everybody to have. And we should probably get like another level 5 spell. Maybe a Conjure Elemental. And another feat, Alert. There we go. Now, we do also have a new cloak for you, right? Yeah, +1 to your spell stuff.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Which you think is going to be better than this old thing you were wearing. Oh, it is light armor. Is that stopping your spells? I feel like it wouldn't if it gives you that, but... Wow, your boots really do not match at all. Don't we have like a helm or hat? Head? Hat? I don't know. Okay, I wish there was equipment. There we go. We also have that. Oh, that's what I'm wearing. Never mind. We don't want things with equipped. That's already equipped. Undead have advantage or disadvantage. That could be useful at some point. Right, that's for him. This is for him. This is for him. Actually, I don't know if that's for him. That might be for somebody else. Just kind of looking through these real quick.
Elminster's not around.
What do your current gloves do? Okay, that's pretty useless for you. Okay, so this is for you? Yeah. This is for you? And I guess this is for you too. Alright, we need some dye. We need some dye for him. Immediately. I'm not going out public with him. We have 8 red dyes. Or we could do muddy red. Let's go with muddy red.
I applaud your taste.
Okay. So... Oops. Actually, we should probably do, like, the boots first. Alright, that's already looking a lot better. Ooh, I like that a lot. The cloak, or the hood looks like it's gonna be okay. Staying the same. And that matches pretty well. It really hides a lot on the cloak, though. It's a shame. And then, last but not least, the gloves. There you go. Very brown, but, you know.
Alright.
Alright.
If not over.
Alright, looking at the time, that's probably a good spot to end it. Next episode, we'll go check out that murder, finally. Now that we have Gale in tow. Look at him, he looks cool. And then, I guess we'll make our way down to the foundry. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.